All right, starting in March, we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Having the King of Pentacles in reverse, somebody is being shysty, in March, being very, very shysty. They're trying to steal something. I actually feel like it has to do like with taxes, or it has to do with property or mortgage situations. So be very careful in this situation, because they are trying to shortchange you for their own benefit. All right, and you're going to have to stand up. Yeah, you're going to have to stand up for your rights. You're going to have to stand up for what you deserve and what you need. And with the Seven of Wands popping up too, you're going to have to do the research. This is going to take some work. So, in March, make sure not to have a ton of blind faith. Have faith that has something that can be backed up with when it comes to your livelihood, when it comes to your work, when it comes to your property. Back it up. Do the research. All right, and then we have, following in April, we have the Page of Cups in reverse. So for those of you who have children, this is going to be kind of a challenging month. They're going to be a little, I feel like they're either going to be a victim of bullying or the bully, that they are going to be, and not saying that this is in a large, grand, humongous, drag out fight way. Kids are learning, and sometimes the way that they learn is through action that is not appropriate, and so they do that action so they can see what happens, and then they go, oh wait, that's not what I was supposed to do. I'm not saying that it's right, but sometimes that's just what happens with children, is they poke at somebody until the person says, hey, stop, that really hurts my feelings. They're like, oh, okay, so that's your limit. So with this Page of Cups in reverse, I feel like somebody's going to be testing your limits, and it's going to be somebody who's younger than you or a child. And you're going to feel like your hands are tied with this situation, okay? With the Eight of Wands in reverse, like this child is truly testing your limits and seeing how far they can go with you. So when you feel like you don't have any choices, when you feel like you don't have any way of getting out of this situation, probably because it's a family member or somebody close to you who's doing this, and you don't have the option of walking away from the situation, well, then you have to hold space for them to grow and to be a better person. Yelling and screaming at them is not always effective. Sometimes I'm sure it is. Sorry, you can hear my cat, Prince William. We're watching a friend's cat, and he's very, very sweet. Anyways, if you hear him meowing, he just wants to add a little bit to it. So the Eight of Wands in reverse, when we have this and you feel kind of stuck, when you feel like up against a wall, it's okay. It's okay. You always have choices. You always have some way of getting out of it. Okay? You always have a choice, either to push back or to allow it to happen. Now, when it comes to children, though, setting healthy boundaries so that they can learn is really important. So in April, know that you're going to have your buttons pushed, but be ready to be patient. May, we have transformation in reverse. All right, so this is the Death card in reverse. When this is in reverse, it's sometimes denial of the changes that need to be made. Also, if there is a loss in the family, if there's a loss in your life, sometimes it can lead to a depression situation where you feel stunned and shocked that they are still gone. And acknowledging those feelings, acknowledging where that is important. Okay, so you may have something that you have lost, and it could be, related to this child here that, in April, where you feel a loss of their childhood in a way, of their innocence, that, oh my gosh, they're going so fast. They're no longer my little baby anymore. They're actually, an adult. And so that loss can be hard to understand and accept. And in May, you're going to be facing a situation that could have to do with that child or something else that you have to face it and say, it's time to let it go. It's been gone for a long time. Yeah, and you don't want to hear it. So the Four of Cups is just reiterating that you don't want to hear it, that you're not ready for it, but it's time for it to happen. So you have to push through. In May, I do think, Gemini, it would be a great time to, touch base with somebody who you trust. That's a therapist, pastor, an astrologer, tarot reader, somebody who you trust and who you can talk to kind of help you push through it, because it's going to be kind of a self-inflicted wound of, I can't let go of this. I don't know how. So you're going to have to be given some tools possibly in order to help push through that. This could also be, a loss of a job, a transformation of a job, or that you have to move really quickly and you're just not ready for it, but you can accomplish it and you can get through it. You may need some help and some assistance with it and to gain the tools to get through it. All right, Gemini, holy moly, we have, people just showing up in the reverse. All right, so the Queen of Wands in reverse shows up in June. All right, so happy birthday to you if you have a June birthday. You may have a May birthday as well. So happy birthday then. But with the Queen of Wands in reverse, once again, like I kind of feel like for some of you guys it might be like a landlord or someone saying, no, I'm sorry, you do have to move. Or someone... work-wise saying, no, I'm sorry, you do have to go to this department and you don't want to. When the Queen of Wands is in reverse, she is taking away your sense of foundation in the material realm, simply because she feels threatened by you. She feels threatened by your power and your audacity to be amazing. So the Queen of Wands in reverse will try to take you down when you're just starting to be built up, if they feel that you are a threat. So this could also be a family member, and I see that with some of you, that a family member is seeing you bounce back and persevere through situations, and not that they... consciously they don't want you to fail, but subconsciously they may be jealous and be acting out in that regard. Also, this could be, the Wands is a fire sign, so that's going to be Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Then we have the unconscious in reverse, and this popped up, I believe, for Taurus as well. But the unconscious reverse for you is very different, is that you already have surpassed this Queen of Wands energy. You've already surpassed it. And so don't even give it a thought. Okay, don't even give that person a thought. You know that you have outgrown them. You know that you are on the right path. And don't let them be like a weight down into the murk. All right? Because with this unconscious in reverse, you have done the work. You have become who you need to become at this moment. And so carry on that path. Well done, Gemini. Okay? So in June, really understand that feeling of, I have been doing the inner work. I have been doing that which is difficult, and going into the darkness of my spirit and accepting it. Well done, Gemini. Well done. And you do deserve a pat on the back for that. And also acknowledgement that you have further to go. Like you're doing the work, but you can always go a little bit further, but accept where you are and be happy with it. In July, we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. It's time to take the blinds off. It's not working anymore. So this is kind of feeling like you have been naive to a situation that you actually know the truth about. That you're playing like you are naive, Gemini. That you are playing like you have no idea what's going on, when you know full and well what is happening. So with this Eight of Swords, knock it off, okay? July, Gemini, it's time to knock it off. You know what's going on. Admit it. Admit it. You guys are more keen and savvy to what's happening than you let on. And I know some of you guys are not saying anything because you want to see how it pans out. But with this card, it's saying acknowledge the truth for what it is, instead of kind of pussyfooting around it. Yeah. Five of Wands reversed. Like, acknowledge, don't fight when you know the truth. Just state the truth. State what's happening. State the situation as it is. And Gemini, here's the thing too, is make sure in July not to be playing both sides when you know what is happening. When you know what is the foundation of the situation. So if you play both sides, it's going to nip you. It's going to backfire on you big time, because both sides are going to be like, wait, you knew that this was wrong? Wait, you knew that this person was doing this? And you didn't say anything? And you've just been letting us fight and fight and fight? So don't stay in the middle and hold the popcorn and say, like, what's happening? Let's see, wait and see. Stand up, and don't let this fight continue when you could actually be the person who stops it. All right, August, we have the Ace of Wands reversed. Ace of Wands reversed is a stilted beginning. So you may feel creatively, why can't I say that today? That you're not feeling inspired, all right? That it's just not gelling together. This could also be a situation that you meet someone that you are really connected to and that you really, really want to be with. Romantically, it could also be work-wise, but you are drawn to them and it's not clicking. Like, it's like two ships passing in the night, where one person is here and the other person is 500 miles away. It's like, it's just this connection to someone that you cannot ignore, but for some reason you cannot be with them either. And that's what's coming up more so, is that you are feeling really connected to somebody, to some situation that you can't get up and running quite yet. Now, with the Ace of Wands reversed, the Ace of Wands reversed is not necessarily saying that it won't happen. It's just going to take a lot longer for it to happen. The Magician in reverse. So when we have the Magician in reverse, it's like, once again, it's saying, you have all the tools to make this happen. It's time for you to wield them and to use them to your benefit. And so here is the situation of kind of a martyr complex happening, Gemini, of, well, I can't do anything about it. I want to be with them, but I can't be with them. But you can be with them, or you can make this situation happen. You just have to work a little bit harder, and you have to be a little bit more flexible with how you're going to get there. It's not going to be they move here or you move there and everyone's happy and you get your job and everything works out. It's going to be a little twisty turny, and you're going to have a couple hurdles in order for it to happen. So before you venture on this, you have to ask yourself if it's worth it and if you want to do it, because you are going to have to put extra work into making it happen. With the Ace of Wands being reversed, I do feel for a lot of you, it will be worth it. It will be worth the work, but just you have to do the work. All right, so that was August. September, we have the Tower. So, a bomb is kind of getting dropped on your life in some regard. With the Tower, it's an unexpected situation. But it's also, even though it's unexpected and it kind of comes out of the blue, it is to create a stronger life for you. All right, so let's see what the Tower is all about. All right, so the Seven of Pentacles. Reversed. Okay. So for a lot of you guys, it is going to have to do with work. It's going to have to do with, once again, your lifestyle. It can have to do with not necessarily your family, but your household. So there's going to be a shake-up shift there. It could actually be, when I said it's not usually family, it could be a divorce. It could be a parting of ways in that regard, but it's going to come up unexpectedly. So the Seven of Pentacles is, for some Geminis, you just, you haven't been present in the situation. You haven't been giving it its due. You haven't acknowledged what needs to happen in that relationship or in that work. Also, it could be that the other person is doing that they haven't been acknowledging it, and they haven't been acknowledging you to the degree that you need to be. And so somebody or some situation or someone is feeling neglected, is feeling like, why even bother with this? You don't care. You don't want to be with me. And, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of feeling neglected and feeling second class. And so they tell you and they leave. And it's all in one whim. It's like, or you tell them and you leave. All of a sudden, you just can't take it anymore. And you just walk out. And without any, let's work it out. Let's make this right. Let's get therapy. It's just like, it's done. You're done. Okay. Oh, Prince William. Can you hear my kitty? Oh, anyways, it's okay. Once again, with the tower happening, it's an explosive situation that needs to happen. All right. It's to make a stronger foundation. So that was September. So let's go on to October. 6 of Cups reverse. Because of this tower situation that happened in September, you're going to feel like going back into the past, being very nostalgic. You're thinking of remember those good times, but this is a really unhealthy thing for you to do right now. In fact, I recommend not pulling out the photo albums, not calling up your ex, not asking people to relive the good old days, because it's going to put you in a tailspin that doesn't push you forward. Okay? Yeah, that doesn't allow you to see. That's the 3 of Wands reversed is exactly that. You're unable to move on from it because you're holding on to the past. Now, okay, and now I'm drawn to this card here, all right, to the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. So having the 8 of Pentacles in reverse here is saying that it's hard for you to work to. It's hard for you to be your magnificent self in October, and I feel like it's kind of like an ongoing thing for about 3 months where you just don't feel connected to you. It's a total disconnect to yourself because you're working on your outer realm so much. So come back to yourself, Gemini. Come back to who you are and what your passion is and start working on it. Even if you feel like, well, it's not my best work. No, it's not exactly, what I want. Keep working at it. Keep building it, because this is, all this is here is you getting pushed around, you kind of not living the life that you want because of people dictating it to you. So stick in your light. Stick in your light. It's very confusing, to tell you the truth, Gemini. Looking at this, I'm like, oh, what is going on? Why are you over and over again kind of getting a blast of step into self, you are strong. Because in November we have the 10 of Wands, and it's in reverse. So it's this is actually positive, to tell you the truth. It's like a release of burdens. But the way that it's happening for me is I feel like you have become so exhausted by this point that you just lay it all down. So it's not like you being able to decipher and pick what you want to do. It's just you let go. You let go of it all because it's just too much in November. All right, and so justice. You lay it all down, and during this process of justice, remember, justice is ruled by Libra. Find your beauty, find your love, find your balance. Okay, so when you pick it up deliberately and you start to work. November, you need to rest a little bit and get some perspective. All right, so the 10 of Wands in reverse is lay it down. You just lay it down. And it needs to happen so that, like I just said, so that you can pick up what it is that you truly love. 6 of Discs in December. Listen to your own advice. The advice that other people are giving you is faulty. It It might be that they're truly trying to help, but it's not what you need. Listen to your own advice. Get your own knowledge. Do, like, definitely, if you have confidants, let them speak, but take the advice of your own spirit. Yeah, and by doing that, somebody's going to come in. It's going to be an emotional situation. It's going to be connection on a soul, spirit, emotional level. And it's because you listen to your gut, okay? So I do see like a situation where a friend is going to introduce you to someone, or, say that you should talk to, a certain someone, and you do, but you don't connect with them. But because of going through that process, you meet someone along the way that you do, and listen to that, even though your friend is like, no, you need to be with this one person, or a friend or family member's like, be with this one person. You connect with somebody else, connect with that person, because like, if your heart is singing towards them, yes, go for it. Definitely go for it in December. Also, with this Ace of Cups, going for it in December, really do, because I feel like you have had a moment of questioning your own capabilities, of your own mind and your own thoughts. Go for it. Ace of Cups is a fun, beautiful card, really romantic. Okay? January, 9 of Cups in reverse. All I can say is keep working. It's like feeling like the bottom came out from underneath you, Gemini. That the 9 of Cups in reverse is like, ugh, where is my fortune? Where is my happiness? Why am I not sitting so happily and beautifully up high? Let's pull the second card, because, it's just... Okay, so January has some aspects of... gossip, of hearsay, and because of that, you may lose a job, or you may lose a position, or something that you wanted, because somebody kind of stepped on your toes. And it could be really small. It could be like you just wanted to go to this one concert, but the other person, somebody said, you hate that concert, you hate those people, and you didn't want to go, and it pisses you off. It could be something small. But it is, in January, going to have that feel of being kind of backstabbed and losing out. So just be aware of what's happening, and who you surround yourself with. And as always, Gemini, stay on the up and up, stay honest. So February, 2 of Wands reversed is your planning is a little faulty, okay? So if you are planning to do something, go back to the drawing board and make sure that if everything is as it should be. And once you do that, you're going to get some help. Knight of Cups is somebody coming in, a loving figure who wants to be here for that event, who wants to be there to help you out. Knight of Cups comes in and comes out. All right. So they usually don't stay very quick for very long, but they do want to help you, and they do want to see you succeed, and they want to turn this 2 of Wands upright for you, so that you can carry on. So if somebody comes in February to help you out, allow it to happen. It's going to be a water sign or have water sign attributes, and so that's Pisces, that's Scorpio, and Cancer. And leading on to Cancer, we have the moon showing up. It's actually, the moon in tarot is ruled by Pisces, but in astrology, it's by Cancer. So March is going to lead to a very emotional month. It's going to hold a lot of ups and downs, but know that through March, let it ebb and flow, and not to hold on to any of the emotions closely. Yeah, because if you do hold on to one aspect too long, it's going to throw you out of balance, and it could cost you financially, actually. So make sure to stay steady, even though you're not going to feel steady, Gemini. In March, you're going to feel like crying, laughing, screaming, speaking slowly, all of these things. But just write it out so that you can stay in balance. Because if you don't, then, like I said, you could lose some money. In April, we have the Awakening reversed. So with the Awakening, this is also Judgment. It's also the Judgment card. And that's ruled by Pluto. So you're going through the depths. You're going through the depths. And universe is saying you have a lesson to learn and you haven't learned it yet. And now we're going to have to teach you the hard way. All right, so April's going to bring you a lesson that you should have been contemplating all year long, which I have a feeling has to do with self-awareness and being the leader of your own life, okay? And making decisions that are based on the truth and not what seems good and fad at the time. All right, but look at that. You learn the lesson and you get to carry on and you find that victory and you find that joy and you become better and happier because of it. So I'm not worried about that at all. And so to bring it all together, I'm going to pull a Noah Nafu card. And this is just the card that you can count on through all of the months to bring you back to yourself. We have deep roots. You are rooted in this earth. You are rooted in this universe. Your roots run deep through generations, thousands and thousands of generations, leading you down through the roots of nutrients so that you can reach high to the sky of your future. Know that you are not alone and that every step that you take has been taken before you. And because of that, you have the support of your ancestors. You have the support of your guides to see you succeed. They all want you to prosper. Everyone wants you to prosper, Gemini. It is up to you to take that, utilize it, and become.